Hello, Stephen Dean speaking, and today I just want to tell you a story about destiny, fate, and how what happens in the present can very much affect your future. There was a king, and he had a friend, and this friend had a habit of saying, "This is good," to whatever event comes up in front of him. One day the king and his friend had gone out hunting, and the friend was carrying the rifle for the king, and he loaded it and prepared it before he handed it to him when they spotted any prey. Anyway, they suddenly came across an antelope in the distance that the king wanted to take a pot shot at, and he asked his friend to hand him the rifle. Anyway, as he handed it to him, the rifle went off by a mistake and blew the king's thumb off. Well, the king was outraged, and he goes, "Look, what have you done?" He said, "Look, you fool." He said, "My thumb's blown off." And the friend said, "This is good." He said, "What do you mean this is good? It's terrible." He said, "I'm having you sent to prison." So anyway, he got his guards eventually to take this friend, cart him off to prison, and he put him in there for a year. Anyway, about a month later, the king was out again hunting on his own, this time carrying his own rifle, when suddenly he was ambushed by a tribe of local cannibals who dragged him off back to their village. They were just getting their pot boiled up, ready to stick him in and cook him, when they noticed that his thumb was missing. Well, this disturbed them, and after a bit of a conflab, they decided that they didn't want to cook and eat this king, because they thought, in their superstition, to eat somebody with part of him missing was bad luck, and they didn't even want him in their village anymore, so they let him go. Anyway, overjoyed, the king ran back to his kingdom and immediately went to the jail and saw that his friend was released. His friend came out and he said, "Hey," he said, "look, I'm very sorry for sending you to jail. It turned out that me having a thumb missing saved my life." He said, "Don't worry about it." He said, "It was very, very wrong of me to send you to jail." And the friend said, "No, this is good." He said, "Well, what do you mean this is good, that I put my friend in jail for a year?" He said, "Well, if you hadn't put me in jail, I would have been with you, and they would have eaten both of us." So it just goes to show how what happens in the present can very much affect your future, and it isn't always a bad thing. Okay, I'll see ya.